was talking about not having to pay alligators. It's because he didn't want to talk about celebrating the passage of his big, ugly bill in the Senate. When the Obama administration passed the Affordable Care Act, we were celebrating the fact that tens of millions of people would have access to health care after a very long, hard-fought fight to get that done. We were giving people something they needed. That was the reason. That's why Barack Obama wanted to be president. In part, that's why a lot of people wanted to work there. We were giving people something that they didn't have before. But Trump and his allies in Congress aren't giving people something they need. They're taking it away. I mean, they're taking away health care from 11 million people. They're taking away food assistance from millions of needy Americans. They're taking away clean energy subsidies that support real jobs and lower people's energy bills. Obviously, that isn't something to celebrate. Does nothing good, nothing at all. And on some level, I guess some Republicans seem to realize that even if it's just the politics of it. I mean, Republican Senator Josh Hawley voted for this bill today, even after he described it like this just 3 days ago. Greater than we can't. Greater than we can't be cutting health care for working people and for poor people in order to constantly give special tax treatment to corporations and other. Greater than entities. Greater than I mean, DACA, I voted for the bill again, that requires more time to even discuss. But he's not only the only one. I mean, Alaska Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski also voted for the bill today, as you all know. Turns out she's not John McCain. And here's what she had to say about it. Greater than do I like this bill? Greater than no. I know. Greater than that in many. Greater than parts of the country. Greater than there are. Greater than Americans that are not going to be advantaged by this bill. I don't like that. Greater than can you? Greater than talk about your thought process in deciding to. Greater than vote for this bill. Greater than agonizing. Greater than my hope. Greater than is that the House is going to look at this and greater than recognize that we're not there. Greater than yet. Greater than and I would hope that we would be able to actually do what we used to do around here, which is work back and forth between the two bodies to get a measure that's going to be better. Greater than I mean, what? It's maddening. You're not powerless, Senator. You were the deciding vote in the Senate, and your answer is that you are counting on the House to make it better. I mean, the House that is either run by Trump's little buddy Mike Johnson or Marjorie Taylor Greene or someone else like that, depending on the day. Good luck with that. That's not happening. And then there are those WHO have just decided what the hell. I'm going to just publicly embrace the cruelty. Mitch McConnell reportedly told his colleagues that people WHO lose their health care will get over it. And just as a note, that guy and we spoke to the governor of that state last night, Mitch McConnell, represents a state where 200,000 people will have to get over it, I guess, when they lose their health care. And of course, WHO could forget Republican Senator Joni Ernst. WHO responded to constituents WHO were concerned about losing health care with this. Greater than people are not well, we all. Greater than are going to die. Greater than so everything's. For heaven's sakes. Greater than folks, that doesn't get weirder the more you watch it. But that statement she just made was, until today, probably the most callous thing any Republican has said in defense of this bill. But today, Vice President J.D. Vance managed to outdo her somehow. And what I think might be the most telling defense of this bill yet in a tweet, which I just have to note, means this wasn't a verbal slip. After not getting enough sleep, he wasn't caught by a reporter in the hallway. He actively wrote this out and then posted the CBO score, the proper baseline. The minutia of the Medicaid policy is immaterial compared to the ICE, money and immigration enforcement provisions. Immaterial. That's what he's talking about. Medicaid cuts. In other words, what he's saying there is that the 11 million people WHO will be kicked off their insurance and the hundreds of rural hospitals that could close. That's trivial to J.D. Vance. It's minutia. And we'll all be worth it when this bill pours hundreds of billions of dollars into pulling people off the streets, putting them in overcrowded facilities and disappearing them out of the country,